MacAskill.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Obviously, Israel is entitled to defend itself. It's unquestionable that the actions of Hamas were totally reprehensible. But we have long passed the position in which Israeli action is legitimate. It's not been a matter of days or weeks, it is now months. They have gone on beyond what international law views as acceptable. And now what they're doing is not a natural consequence of what Hamas did, which was evil and wicked, and the retention of the prisoners and holding hostages remains that way. What has remained is not by consequence, it is deliberate. Israel is acting to a plan which is to make Gaza unlivable. That has been a plan of Netanyahu and others. It is for that basis that we have to support a ceasefire. It is on that basis that the actions of Israel have to be called out, because they are not simply defending their own. They are not simply looking for hostages in tunnels. What they are doing is crushing the lifeblood out of Gaza so that it will be unlivable, not for weeks or months, but for years, if not forever. It is their intention to flatten it, and that is why we have to require not just an immediate ceasefire, but we ultimately have to have a genuine peace. That comes back to the role of Britain, which has been supine towards Israel and towards the United States. And the tragedy now, it is moving from being supine in failing to vote at the United Nations to being complicit. We do know that RAF Artillery is not simply being used by the RAF to fly into Israel, but we've handed it over to the United States so that they can move things into Israel. Of course, when we ask the UK government, what is America moving from Cyprus into Israel, they can't answer. And of course, when you ask the Americans, they say, well, we can't tell you because it's a British base. It is a deliberate distortion to allow Israel to be supplied through the UK acting in complicity with the United States of America. We also know that intelligence is being used and carried out by Britain that is being shared with others. They say it's relating to the hostages, but what else do we know? We're simply not told. We do know that the British Army is training the IDF, and we know that the British military machine is actually seeing companies making huge profits. So the time has come for an immediate ceasefire, but the time has also come that the UK must stand up, stop being complicit with the United States, stop being supine to Israel, and stand up for humanity. The developing world is speaking out, and it's about time that the UK stood with them.